making some DIY clay earrings using the supplies you see in front of you. So we're going to be making 3 different types of earrings today. What you're going to need is some clay. So this is the Sculpey brand. I have 3 different colors here. They will all be linked down below. And then to make your earrings, you need a couple things. This here is a rolling pin. You can also just use a glass or any round item from your kitchen if that works for you. Here we have some E6000 glue. We'll be using this to attach our earring backs to the earrings. We have some pliers. These are not for jewelry specifically. These are from my hardware bag. Some cookie cutters or clay cutters. You can also use any round item you have in your house. So you could use champagne flutes, shot glasses, other things that don't have to do with alcohol, but you can use anything here. We will be using all 3 sizes today. You will need an X-Acto knife and then some earring finding. So here I've got jump rings, earring hooks, and earring backs, and eye pins. The first pair of earrings we're going to make are some blush arches. To do that, I'm opening up this Dusty Rose from Sculpey. And I'm going to be using about half for this project. Setting the other half aside. And then we'll start kneading the clay. You've got to soften it up so that it gets to be really pliable and easy to work with. So we're going to do this for a little while until it gets really soft, really malleable. Now that we've done that, we're going to roll it out here. Into a nice long tube, and I actually probably have too much here. Okay, so this is about 3/8 of an inch thick, and I need 2 3-inch pieces. So what I'm gonna do is give myself a little bit extra to cut off here. Then I'm gonna start here, and then I cut that to exactly 3 inches. And then I'm actually gonna, instead of measuring with that, I'm gonna measure with this so that I can make sure they're exactly the same. Okay. Now that we have 2 pieces, 3 inches long, we're going to shape them into a nice little upside down U shape. And then we are going to go in and press them out. This can get pretty tricky. I've actually done this about 4 times trying to make this video, and they can either get mushed together or they're too far apart. So just make sure that as you're going through, you apply really light pressure to start. And then you can kind of shape it and mold it as you need to. So there we have the shape that we're going for. So we're gonna come to that over here. Again, starting with light pressure. Ta-da! Those actually don't suck, and I'm really excited about it. Oh, this one took me several tries, but we are here. So to make the top part, I'm gonna take some of our extra clay, and I'm gonna roll this into a little ball and give it a good press. Now to make the part that we're going to actually attach the earring back to, so we're going to cut out 2 circles using our little cookie cutter here. Just number 1. And there's number 2. So now we need to have some way of being able to attach them to each other. So I'm just going to take a toothpick and put a nice little hole here for our jump rings to go in. These don't have to be perfect. I promise you, no one will be looking that closely at them, except for probably you. So there you have it. For our next pair of earrings, we're going to be making a blue and white marble color. I'm using some of this glue that I had on hand. Here, I'm going to be taking probably 3/4 of this. So there you can see the proportions that we've got. And we're going to start kneading the white. So we're just going to get these both to a softened level so that we can work with them. Now we have 1 long white strip and then 2 here just so that I can keep them all in frame. Next we're going to cut our white strip in half. And we're going to take this blue piece and start wrapping it around the white. Then we're going to put our other white piece together here, and I'm going to wrap both of them. There are several ways to do this. This is just the way that I prefer to do it. And now I'm going to twist them together. Fold it in half and keep twisting. And then we're going to roll it. And as we're going to do this, the colors are going to start to mesh and to blend and really give us that pretty marbled technique. Starting at these strong veins, I'm going to go ahead and twist this into a lollipop and then flatten it out. I actually used a lot of blue here. Probably could have and should have only used 1 of the blues, but I think it's still really, really pretty. So now for this, we're going to be using 1 of these and 2 of these. So we need to make sure that we've got plenty of room, which we do. And now you get to pick the area of your design that you like. So for this one, I really like this swirl right here. So I'm going to push this in here. And then for these 2, I'm going to get 1 here. And we'll do 1 here. Now that we have these, the next piece is to cut this in half. So I'm going to choose to cut it through that line there. So I'm honestly just going to eyeball it. And pull it through. And that is the finished product of what our earrings are going to look like. So once again, we need to add a spot for our jump rings. So I'm going to go in with my toothpick, cut a nice little hole there and there, and repeat that for the bottom. And now our second pair of earrings is ready for the baking tray. For the next style of earring, we're going to be taking some pre-softened white clay and creating a terrazzo effect. Terrazzo is made by taking the clay and then taking these little speckles and placing them all across the clay and then combining them together for a really cool mosaic-like effect. So right now we're just taking little bits of this dusty rose. The best way I've found to do that is to roll them into really, really skinny strips beforehand and then just cut off little bitty sections of it so that they are tiny little speckles for you. And so we're going to go ahead and do this with that dusty rose color that we've been using. Once we have all of the pink that we like, we're going to switch over to the Lagoon and start adding in speckles of this color as well. There's definitely no real rhyme, reason, strategy behind any of this. It's just adding the colors in a sort of haphazard way. It does not need to be perfect. In fact, it's actually better if it's not, so that it has that really creative look to it. Next, we are going to start adding in some of the sky blue. And what's great is that as we go through, if we decide that we need more pink or if we decide that we need more blue, we can absolutely do that too. And then keep adding it until we get to the desired result that we're looking for. Okay, I think it looks pretty good. So now we're gonna give this a good roll. So what I'm gonna do is get a little sheet of wax paper and I'm gonna cover this here and give it a good press, and then I'm gonna come in with my rolling pin. Oh, it's so cute! Okay, this is really cute. So now I'm gonna find my circles. I like that one, and I like that one. Now that we have the main gist of our earrings, it's time to create our earring backs. So to do this, we are just really quickly gonna take some of this dark blue color and give it a good smush and flatten it out. Now I just need 2 of these circles. And now it's time to poke our holes. And now we're taking all of our earrings to the oven. Now we're gonna bake our 3 earrings. Now that our earrings are out of the oven, let's go ahead and get them assembled. First thing we're gonna do is take a jump ring and open it up. There are better ways to do this. Someone is probably gonna tell me I'm doing it wrong, but this way works for me. So I'm gonna take it. Now you can kind of pick which side you like better. I'm gonna go with this side on the front. You gotta kind of finagle these a little bit to get them to fit right. And we're gonna pull them closed. We're gonna do the same here. Now that we've repeated that process for all of our earrings, the last step is to add our earring backs. So I'm just going to take a little dollop of craft glue to an earring post, flip my earring over and attach it right on the back directly above the jump ring so that it will hang straight. And that's really it. That's as easy as it is. And this earring is officially done. So we're going to go ahead and copy that exact same process on the other earring here. And then we're actually going to do that for all of the rest of our earrings really quickly. And then once we have this piece all finished, we can cut to the finished product. Let's go see it. gonna get paused for a cat hair.